All right, hello guys. This is Curtis, and you read the title correctly. The extraterrestrials are here, and now it seems that they're starting to let the truth come out. I've been waiting for this for a very long time. I've known that we have been being visited ever since I was a young lad, and I waited all these years to finally see movement on this subject, probably the greatest subject in our entire modern history. I say modern history because people of ancient times knew that we were being visited. In fact, back during those times, the gods, as they referred to them, were among us. But over the years, they've moved off planet, or if there's some still here, secretly. However, I think all of this is coming about because of where we are in, let's say, our technological uh, position right now. I don't think we can move forward without certain technologies coming out. And I believe while all of this is happening, in the past week or so, I've heard of two vital. They call them UAPs now, unidentified aerial phenomena instead of UFOs. Same thing, but I actually heard one just today, and I believe it was. I think it was in California, and family called the 911 saying that there was a vehicle that had landed in their backyard. There's a video of it. I'll leave the post at the bottom. Now, with that being said, I'm not sure if this is a true story or not. Uh, I know that extraterrestrial life exists. However, there are some other things at play, and I'll get into that in a little bit. Now, there was also a gentleman involved with, I have to look up his specific title that has come out as a whistleblower, talking about the crash retrieval, uh, the craft that we have, the bodies and so forth that we've had for some time, reverse engineering, all of that stuff. So this guy is, part of the military, and he's coming out because of what he says he knows, and the people need to know. So I'll also leave a link to this guy also. Now, here's the rub for me, because there's a lot of things at play here. For one, I think this whole uh, alien story has been kept in the dark because of major players. Of course, always follow the money, but major players wanting to keep the flow of money from oil. I really don't think they don't care about us knowing about the aliens. It was, well, when people find out, what's the next question they're going to ask is, well, how did they get here? What type of energy, technology do they have? And that was the point. Now, pretty much oil is a major product of our environment, of our society. I mean, pretty much, plastics and so forth, besides fuel and all, a lot of things are made out of oil. And bottom line, you were talking about messing with these major players' pocketbook. But now we've reached a point where a lot of people understand that there are a lot of other forms of energy that we can use out there. And there are more and more developers, uh, scientists, just regular folks from society that are coming out with things that they know uh, can be more energy efficient. Now, I've followed this subject for a long time, and to the point that I know that a lot of people have been kept quiet, they've been bought out or even dealt with, if you understand what I'm saying. I recall of this one particular guy, I believe it was in California or Nevada, somewhere, uh, that he had a car that ran on water. 100% water. It actually break down H2O, he break it down to hydrogen, oxygen, and he would just run on water. My understanding that he was dealt with because he did not want to keep quiet. He was trying to give this information to the public. Um, if anybody knows about Nikola Tesla, he tried to give us, the world, free energy way back when, and they shut him down. So, information about this is out there. Now, as I was saying, I believe this is coming out now because of our place in technology wise, that certain things, in order for us to progress, needs to come out. So, what is the pushback? I believe the pushback is political, meaning if you look at what's going on today, even around the world, but specifically in here in the United States, there are a lot of. I want to try not to be political to the point that people think it's one side against the other, because basically, for me, if you understand and if you've watched over the years what's gone on, um, both of these parties were answering to the same people. And it was just in front of the curtain where they pretend like, hey, uh, we're for this agenda, the other party is for that agenda. But really, the same agenda was being pushed behind closed doors. And not for our best interests, if I may say. Now, however, there's one party that is pushing to maintain our freedom as written in the Constitution. It's very important for people to understand this because if we lose this battle, the way forward, the future can be very grim. Now, let me just say this, and probably a lot of people have heard it. I'm trying to recall the guy's name as I want to say Charles Schwab, but it's uh, these names too. I can't recall right off his exact name, but it has to do with the world, not the World Health Organization, but I'll have it written below. But he made a statement where he said that in the future we will own nothing and we'll be happy about it. Now, what does that sound like to you? Some people may like this. I don't. He's basically saying that you'll be taken care of. Big government. I don't know who wants that, but look, just give me the opportunity to take care of myself, my own. That's the type of future I want. And hopefully, people out there want the same thing. I don't want to make this too long. I'm going to start posting videos, leaving information about what's going on so people can educate themselves. Because a lot of these things you're not going to hear on main media. They may play some aspects of it, put a little twist to it. All depends on which way, how they're trying to go forward. However, if we all educate ourselves on exactly what's happening, what's affecting our lives, we'll all be for the better. So, again, I think this is a major turning point for mankind as we proceed. Things may start coming out in a rapid succession. And oh, this is what I want to the point I wanted to make. I don't want to forget this. There's so much I want to say because I've been following this subject for so long, and I was really excited to hear what was coming out. In order for governments to control what goes on, the main thing they do is put fear in people. You know, just like what happened in 9/11. Fear of terrorism. We gotta go attack. We gotta go and do something about it. And after all of that was over, we come to find out there were no weapons of mass destruction. We invaded countries that we shouldn't have. A lot of lives lost on both sides. Our soldiers, our young people, civilians on the other side. So this is why we have to um, enlighten ourselves, find the information to make sure that we're supporting the right thing. I encourage people to look into what's going on in Ukraine because the whole story is not being told. And you can find the whole truth if you do your research. But for me, there was a statement made by a gentleman that worked at NASA, Von Braun. And he made a statement before he passed that the last card to be played would be the alien invasion card. Okay, so what he meant by that was, how do you keep control of the population, the people? Well, you have to give them a fear, give them a problem, and then you're going to give them the answer. You know, we'll create the problem and we'll be the answer. So you'll look to us for it. Now, I don't think anybody that's going to show up is going to be hostile. My belief, beings out there are just the same as they are here. You have good folks, you have bad folks, you have folks that are indifferent. Well, I think it's no different from any of the many races that are out there, and I do think there are many. In our galaxy alone, I believe there are thousands upon thousands. But think about it. If they had bad intent to come out publicly, I think they would already do it if that was their intent. Now, I believe there are some that are, how do you say, working under the table or in the dark, so to speak, trying to go unknown so that they can do their negative things. So the bottom line is, our government may try to use this fact that they're starting to come out and say, hey, yes, we know about these beings, and then use it as a ruse to lock us down, for lack of a better term, because I believe the current administration is not doing things in our best interest. Let me put it that way. And a lot of things are starting to come to light. Again, there's some things I don't want to say here. I can probably in another medium be more open about that. But the bottom line with that is, we need to be sure about what we're being told, what to believe and what not to believe. So hopefully I can help be a messenger of truth and try to give some direction and light on what I believe to be truth. So with that, I don't want to make this too long. So I'm going to sign off. My name is Curtis. Hope you come back and look for posts and discussions that hopefully we can have in the future. Answer any questions that you may have, just post them. I'll be glad to share the knowledge that I have on this subject. And everyone stay safe and peace.